Good day. Sorry. Good day. Oh. Hello.
Good day.
Sorry?
Good day.
Ah. Hello.
Right, morning fellas, welcome back to another Villa on Tour video today. As you can see, we've got a slightly special guest on the channel. We are teaming up with the Villa View. We're going to do a little Q&A, a few questions to do with Villa and just random stuff. As you can see, we've got Dan from the Villa View here. There you go. So, well,
I thought you were expecting me to say something then, but just give him a little wave.
Yeah, that'll do. Get into the questions. Well, I've got the first one here from Charlie. It says, when was the last time you saw Villa Park buzz off a player like we do off Jack Grealish? Go on.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
See, I had to think about this before, because obviously we had a little bit of prep for this video. See, I can't really think of a player to the extent of Grealish, like the question says. The first one that came to my mind was Benteke.
Yeah, I thought that.
Just because he had the song that obviously everyone was on board with.
Yeah.
Goal scorer is obviously a popular choice. There's probably my second thought was maybe Ashley Young, maybe. I don't remember a song, and it was a bit longer ago. But Benteke was like just massive figure. So this is from Holly. She says, Max, what is your profession other than Villa on Tour? Like, Villa on Tour is a job?
Well, I wish it was. I go to sixth form, so I'm doing my A-levels at the moment, so I should be doing a bit of work at the moment, but here I am.
This is more important.
Yeah, of course it is. But yeah, I'm looking for a job actually next year, so if any of you know of any jobs in the media or anything, let me know. But
is that what you're going to do, media?
Yeah, like production, things like that. Basically what you do, so
nice.
Let me know.
How did you become a Villa fan is also a part of that question. There's got to be only one answer for this, surely.
Well,
just
none
happens,
of my family,
doesn't it?
well, yeah, obviously we were chosen or whatever that Dr. Tony phrase is, but none of my family liked football really.
Oh, really?
So I think it was the day of my 11 plus exam to get into high school. They gave me a ticket to Villa Wigan in 2011.
Oh, scenes.
Oh yeah, 2-0, Agbonlahor screamer. But yeah, none of my family liked football, so it was kind of my own decision.
That's interesting, actually. I just thought it was like a big family thing for you to be into it, like as much as you are. So like the decision to go home and away is just
I'm mad. What about you?
Family.
Yeah.
Dad's a Villa fan, granddad's a Villa fan. They both went together for years and years. I didn't get into it till like pretty late.
Yeah.
I was like, I think 10 or 11 when I went for my first season ticket up properly, and obviously you hear like kids going from like 4, and I was never like that with Villa.
So this one comes from Mings FFS. What are your day jobs? Are you hoping to grow the channel to a size that would sustain an income from Villa vlogging? Well, that's the dream. That's the dream.
It's a big dream, isn't it?
I know, it's not going to happen because I think I've said before, there's only a certain amount of Villa fans.
Yes.
So the subscribers isn't always going to just go up.
And we're only ever going to be so good at football as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, being in the Championship doesn't help.
Yeah.
If we were flying high in the Premier League, the views would come in.
True.
But
day jobs. So I'm a freelance videographer, editor. I'm actually on a shoot this morning, which I've been lucky enough to film in Berks again, which we did a match preview a few weeks ago. So all this gear that we use on videos is stuff that I already own for work anyway. So yeah, it's a lot of faffing about.
Yeah.
I've realised we're setting up. There's a lot of things that are probably overkill for mics and lights and stuff, but I own all this stuff from work anyway, so it makes sense to make use of it for Villa. As for growing this to a size where you don't have any income from it, we have AdSense on YouTube, but it's like you get like 20 quid into a bank account every so often. It's obviously not enough to live. It's barely even enough for match tickets.
No.
If it ever got that big, obviously it'd be a dream. But yeah, I think you have to. We've been doing this for I think this is our 3rd full season now. At some point, you have to realise, okay, this isn't going to get much bigger.
Yeah.
The next one's from Lauren. She says, opinions on the current Villa team. I don't know what she means by that, really.
Well, is it in terms of like personality? Because last year,
I took it as.
I was a massive fan of it. There was a lot of, you look at Snodgrass, you look at all the channels, the videos on the Villa channel they did last year, like the commentary videos and all that. It was just such a good dressing room, and the way it ended, it was just tragic, really. But in terms of this season, it's not as good as last season, but it's still good. There's a few funny ones in there, but yeah, it's not as good as last season. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of likeable characters in the team, and there's a lot of likeable footballers as well, where you can go, hey, I like that player for what he offers, but like you say, last year was special, and because it didn't quite work out, you sort of left with a sour taste in your mouth. But there's nothing about this year's team that I go, I don't like that, I don't rate that player.
Yeah.
Good bunch of lads.
Yeah.
Next question is from a guy called Jamie Campion. He says, how much are you going to miss Jamie?
Who?
Don't know who that is.
Nah, skip over that one. This one comes from a guy called Dan Bardell. With no Dan Bardell or Jamie Campion on this video, do you worry it won't get many views?
Has he tagged himself in his own tweet then?
That's a bit sad, isn't it? That's shocking.
Do you worry it won't get... I mean, do they bring views?
Clearly not.
Next. Oliver Green says, will the Villa View be replacing Jamie Campion? Again, don't know who that is. On away days. And also, Villa to have the better channel. Sorry, the Villa View.
I like that. Fair play. Thanks.
Don't know what that's about.
Well, get yourself on an away day.
I mean, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Like, we look at the away days thing and it's like, one, it's very expensive.
Yeah, I'm in
and two, committing to weekly or bi-weekly home games is a big effort in terms of making videos and stuff.
Yeah, you
like
see
to double
all
that
this
output would be sound mental.
Away days, it's very expensive. It's such a big commitment as well.
Yeah.
But
and obviously we're based in Birmingham, Dan is London, Tom's London.
Yeah.
To be able to like organise that, to go, right, we're all going to go off to, I don't know, even Sheffield, when I went to Sheffield, it's hard to organise. Like, to do that every single week, it's just not doable for us, and we don't offer it, but you do. That's the... If people want to come to us and watch away days, don't bother. Just go and watch your stuff instead. Like, get it over there. So going off the back of that, Rummy Villain says, why don't we get Villa on tour appearing on the Villa View at the end of each home game?
The main reason is to get home and upload before these, like, because you all know we always have a chat like before we upload. I have to get there first. I have been on fan cams a few times.
Yes.
If you want to play the clip from last season.
Oh, it's really good. After Reading on Tuesday, this was it's really good. Conor Hourihane, what a player. This is the Conor Hourihane we saw at Barnsley, and the one that Steve Bruce brought, and the one that when you take the shackles off, this is what he can do.
Is this when you were begging for views off our comment section?
Yes, it was.
Good times.
But look how far I've come. That's such a shocking clip. Matt Lynch was just staring at me. I was like, oh.
See, obviously I don't remember like individuals that come through because we see so many people.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know that was you. Like I wouldn't remember that you came on. I know you came on recently. This year. Obviously you were doing what you do now then. So it's like, oh yeah, we got Villa on tour on fan cams. That's cool. But before that, I didn't know you were on it until you said it the other day. In terms of like uploading first, like I always message you to say when you're uploading so ours doesn't clash with yours, not to try and beat you. It's not
I'm not trying to beat you.
Like I'll be like, oh yeah, what time are you uploading? And he'll be like 9 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I don't want to post at the same time because I want to like be fair to people who watch yours and hopefully watch ours, but God makes it a competition.
You've got to be ruthless. This one comes from Andreas. What have you done to your channels to make them so successful and help them expand? Go first.
See, I don't know if I've got an answer for this. I feel like it's a bit of luck.
Yeah.
This sounds silly, but like determination and the will to keep making stuff. Like every game, you've got to like. Sometimes you're like, oh, I don't really fancy a match preview or a podcast or whatever. Like when after the playoff final, who wanted to make videos after that, but you still have to do it to keep going. So I think probably consistency, maybe that knowing that there will always be videos there. Like people just know about you. Like at this point, people see us at games. You get this now as well, and they say, "Oh, I love what you do." Yeah, happened today on the way in here.
Really?
To you?
Oh
You had it just. You've already forgotten about it this time. But that sort of thing happens, and then people spread. Oh, I've seen this video, and clips go a little bit viral and stuff like that. So, bit of luck. Bit of hard work.
I think it's just consistency and doing something different. Like when I discovered you, like I don't think there was no one doing that for Villa, obviously. No. And it's just something different, and people watch it because it's different. So there you go.
But then obviously your stuff is different to what we offer as well.
Exactly. So it kind of complements it.
Yeah. Richard Griffiths says best podcast duo: Bardell and Julian, Bardell and Dolan, or Julian and Dolan.
Okay.
Which is a rare occurrence. That last one. That's happened too often.
I'm gonna let someone down. Sorry, Tom. I'm gonna go with Bardell and Dolan. I like Dolan.
I didn't expect that.
Really?
No, I thought you'd have said Tom. I don't know why. I don't know. Because I think that happens the most, so I think it's easy to say, I like that one.
Don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Tom, but he uses the same hair product as me actually. Saw that on the live stream. But Bardell and Dolan. It's got to be Bardell, isn't it?
I think it's Bardell and Dolan next week after Birmingham, so you'll be tuning in. I don't like stuff like this, but we've got it in there anyway. Fraz says, who has the best trim in the Villa View? Why is that important? Why is that important? Oh,
you've got to answer the questions. The people have asked it.
To be honest, I don't care.
I do.
Go on then, you can answer it. But if you're not going to say me, I'm going. This collab is over.
Tom Julian. He gets so many.
It's a good answer, actually.
He gets so much abuse for when you're going to change your hair and all that. But as I said already, he uses the same hair product as me, so I've got to go with him. This one comes from RC Bazza. Favourite stadium other than Villa Park, Premier League or Championship that you've been to?
Right. I've had to think about this before. I haven't been to many away games, so there's about 7 stadiums to choose from.
Right.
So I'm going to go for a boring answer of Old Trafford,
Standard.
and it wasn't even for Villa.
I like Ashley Gate. I've said it so many times. I just like it. We've been there twice now, and it was both under the lights, and it just looks so fresh.
Yeah.
They've made an expansion on it as well in the last few years. Like the main stand have made it a lot bigger.
Yeah.
It just looks nice, something new.
Yeah, it's a nice stadium, but I've never been, so boring answer for me. Finley Beard, great username. He says, honestly, what do you lads value Grealish at?
I've had a think. He signed a contract, didn't he, in the summer, which was a long one. I'd have to say 30 plus million.
Yeah, so I'm going to go for the cliche that he's priceless to us.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because he is. Because we won't be able to replace him to a standard of that level. So to Villa fans and to Villa the club, he is irreplaceable. But I think if you had to put a figure on it, I mean, some of the crazy fees that you see going for other players that are nowhere near as good, you've got to be looking at 40 million plus for his true value for what he's potentially worth. So we've had this question twice, which I think is mental. So the one we've picked is from Aston Radford, friend of the channel, our channel at least. He said, who would win in an arm wrestling competition out of all of you?
Is that including
That's
my
like,
luck and your luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how we're going to format this tournament.
Well,
I can't believe someone asked that twice.
I know
That's such a weird question.
People are mad. Anyway, we'll have to set up a massive tournament. We could do I said it on Twitter, this is the semi-final.
Should we do one now?
Let's do
Go on
it.
then, do it now. Do it now.
Look at my arms, right? Look at.
To be fair, I'm the same. Are you right-handed?
I am.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, he's done me.
Yes! Come on, Bardell, mate. I'm coming for you.
I thought, you know what? I thought I had a good chance then.
No, mate.
But, mate, I'm shocked.
Have that.
I'm shocked at
That's
that.
crazy.
Can we do best of 3?
Have a day off. Right, next one comes from Pricey. Do you enjoy meeting fans of your channels?
Yes, big yes. At first I thought it was a little bit weird when people like talk about personal things, because obviously people follow you on Twitter and so they feel like they're your mate. So like, oh, how's your dog getting on or whatever? It's like, how do you even know that? It's like, oh yeah, I'll put it on Twitter. So at first it's a little bit weird, but when people come up to you and they're like, oh, I've just come from Australia, I love your channel, I watch it every week, it's like, that's mental, that's class.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best thing. I know it's a cliche, but it is the best thing, meeting people. There was actually 2 people at the Derby game from Australia.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's just mad. Like, you don't think people from Australia watch your videos, but there's Villa fans all over the world, and it means the world. People coming up to me and saying, and that's why I do it. That's why I continue doing it for those people.
This is a boring question that I love. I love stuff like this. From Mark J. He says, what are the cameras and editing software that you and Max use? Also, what is the most difficult aspect of editing? Oh, that's cute. Sorry.
So you big cameras. I can hardly take that massive camera into a ground, can I?
That's true. That's true.
I've got this Canon G7X Mark II. Does
camera.
the job. Yeah, got a little microphone as well. So yeah, does the job.
We've got a Sony A7 III, which again, I use it for work. So couple it up and use it for the video stuff as well. Might as well get the best quality we can. Like you say, though, there's different purposes because you wouldn't be able to take that into a ground film because it is pretty big. Still fairly small for a camera of that nature, but you put this in your pocket, you're filming yourself, you're doing, where's that? It's a big sort of camera. Editing software, I'm Final Cut Pro, again, paid for it because I need it for work.
I can't afford that, so I use the BTEC version, which is iMovie, which results in...
It's still decent.
It's okay. It does
the job.
Have a few problems with it,
Yeah.
but it does the job.
It's free software, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
That comes with a Mac. Second part of this question I thought about earlier, what's the most difficult aspect of editing that you found? I'm interested in this because I think your background is totally different, so you might have experienced like a technical issue.
Not really, because what I edit is just like clip after clip.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do, you know, you've got your audio, visuals, whatever, but I just have it all on here. But I just have to clip it up. It's just time, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's not hard, it just takes a while.
Do you think that's the worst part, how long it takes to make a video? Do you think that, I'm going off tangent, that people don't understand how long it takes to make a video sometimes? Because if you come away from a game at 5, say, and the video's out by 9, that's a pretty quick turnaround, but you've probably been working on that the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah, it takes about just over an hour, but then it takes another hour
export,
to
upload, and everything. Yeah, it takes time, doesn't it? For me, most difficult aspect was when I started coming on camera, editing myself.
Yeah.
Because there'll be bits where I'll like mess up a word or whatever, and I think, I'm just going to bin that whole section because I sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
But if Dan said it, or James or Matt, whoever, I wouldn't think anything of it. But because I said it and I feel self-conscious that I'll make myself look silly there, I will bin a whole point because of that.
But you get used to it, don't you?
You get used to it, you just start leaving in your imperfections. You
That's
making a
what
point
makes
of
it
it,
funny.
making the bloopers and stuff when you keep messing up. The Rob Henry says, if you could choose one person, Villa connected or not, to come to the Blues match with you, who would it be?
I've had to think about this.
See, I'm not going to the Blues match, so I'm not answering.
No. Yeah, there's a little plug. Me and Owen are going on Sunday, so keep an eye for that one. But I've had to think about it. Like, it can hardly be a non-Villa related person.
Yeah, they're not going to get it, are they?
No, they're not going to understand it. And
So is it me? Are you taking me?
well, we've got a spare ticket if you want one.
Have you actually?
No.
Oh,
They've banned his ticket.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I've had to think about it, and I'm going to say Ian Taylor. I know he's a friend of your channel, but he gets it, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
it's just a friend personally.
Yeah, I've met him before at Ipswich away a couple of years ago, and he just looks like he's up for a laugh.
Yeah,
And obviously, he's a good lad, so get him on.
good question.
Yeah.
Good answer. Here's one for you then, another one. Harry says, has Max known about the Villa View longer than he's had Villa on tour?
Yeah, I think we've already mentioned I was on fan cams a couple of years ago. But yeah, I was subscribed to you about when you had 2 or 3k.
So that's about
I wasn't there from the start, but
pretty much.
Yeah,
But I was
yeah.
before, I think 2k was just as Dan joined or just before. So that's pretty early days.
but yeah, I was a big fan of their channel, so I've made it.
That's cute.
Yeah.
This is on your channel though, so
Oh yeah.
if anything, I'm
You've
privileged to
made
be
it.
here. So.
Yeah.
So could you say that you could put down your success to us then?
Yeah, in some ways. Not all, you're not going to get all the credit, but
No, I'm
kind of. In all seriousness, kind of.
Do you think it was like, did you look at what we were doing and think, oh, I could do that? So I know
No.
you offer away games and stuff, but you're
Yeah.
still like putting yourself out there on YouTube. Did you think that, oh, they're doing it, so I'm going to have a go?
The thing is, when you do your thing, you kind of meet people, like you do fan cams, you meet people, you're in contact with people, but when I do it, it's just me and a camera.
Yeah.
So that isn't as big for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not as scary. Chris Morton asks, what's your main hobby other than Villa and YouTube?
See, I had to think about this one. I think that is pretty much the like, making videos and stuff is partly a job,
Yeah.
partly a hobby. So that's great that you can combine the two. I think if I had to pick something outside of that, I'd probably say like games and films, probably.
Yeah,
Football Manager.
Yeah, I've never played that. It's
Stuff like that.
way too
You
complicated.
never played it?
No. I just played career mode on FIFA, but I've grown out of FIFA, but
Get on Football Manager, mate.
I can't get my head
I'm
around it.
Sunderland at the moment, top of Championship.
Fair play, Jesus.
Doing well, mate.
For me, I'm quite sad. Villa is my main hobby.
Yeah,
but-
this is why we're doing it. If
Yeah.
it wasn't a hobby and we weren't so passionate about making videos and going to the Villa,
Yeah.
this wouldn't even exist. So to say what's the main hobby apart from that,
Don't know.
almost discounts what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So we've got Daniel Mardenborough, I'm thinking. He says, if you could go back and vlog any Villa game in your lifetime, which would it be and why?
Oh, I didn't see that in my lifetime. I was going to say 1982. That would have been the
Come
main
on,
one.
mate.
But
Read
in
the
my-
questions, mate.
Sorry, mate. It's a good question. I think in the question he did say Everton when we
Everton
beat
away.
them 3-2 when Leicester
Yeah.
equalised in the last minute and then Ashley didn't go down the other end. Because on that clip, the away end is on the same side as the TV camera, so you can't actually
Yeah,
see the away
yeah.
end. So that's why my content would have been mad for that game. But you've got to think about the 2-1, the 1-0 at St Andrews.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can recreate something like that on
Well,
Sunday.
that could actually happen. Like, that could
mate,
happen.
The dream. That is the dream.
So my answer, obviously we don't vlog the game, but to make content around a game with like a preview and a fan cams and stuff like that and a podcast, I said the Liverpool semi-final, Wembley,
Yeah.
talking about Jack Grealish's like immense performance, Benteke, Delph, all these good players doing fan cams outside Wembley when you've actually won a
It would
game.
have been a party.
Like what an atmosphere that'd be, doing like a preview, like a big build up for it, ruining Steven Gerrard's birthday party for the final, you know, all the stuff that went with that,
Yeah.
the big scenes, coming from the Albion game as the quarter final, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That was big build up after that and everything, so to like a whole like week's worth of content around that game,
Yeah.
that'd be class, and that's like fairly recent as well.
Yeah.
So this question is pretty much exclusively for you. It's from Scott. He says, what do you say to the people that disagree with people vlogging at games? Is it just part and parcel of a modern football fan?
Yeah, I think vlogging on YouTube is coming up. There's a lot more people doing it,
Yeah.
especially in the Premier League Championship, whatever. But some are better than others. I think that's fair to say. But for me, it's because I enjoy it. The main thing people say is, how can you enjoy the game when you're just filming it? But that's not your problem really, because I enjoy doing it. So just let me get on with
You're
it.
not stood out there for 90 minutes with the camera up either.
Well,
Like,
no.
I'd imagine by this point you know when to film and when
Yeah,
not to film.
I've got used to it. It's basically when we're on the attack,
Yeah.
and we're not on the attack for 90 minutes, are we?
That's true. Not very often.
Unfortunately.
Like if we go for a corner, like your camera's literally this big, quickly turn it on, record, like it's taking no
I
effort
know,
to
and I don't do
that.
this. I don't do
Yeah.
that. It's just there, and we're watching the game. So, but I enjoy it at the end of the day. But yeah, I enjoy it. So let me get on with it. It doesn't affect your match experience, unless I did get. It was Middlesbrough away. We beat them 3-0. I was just filming kick-off, whatever. And some geezer behind me just said, "Oh, watch the game," and he was like 10 rows behind me. Like, does it really affect your experience?
No.
No. What's your opinions on it?
So my opinion has changed. If you do ask me this, say 5 years ago, I'd be thinking, if you sat down next to me at a game and started filming yourself, I'd be thinking, I don't want to be in shot. Like, am I going to be, like, if I say stuff, am I going to be in this video? Like, is this guy going to suddenly start saying, what do you think? And I've got to be in it. Like, I'd be like, this is weird. But now doing what we do now, making videos and knowing what it means to people, that someone from Australia will tune into this and see what it's like to be at Villa Park, I understand the benefits now. And this is just, like you say, it's not affecting anyone. Sam Williams says, if you could recruit one Villa View member for Villa on Tour, who would it be? And if this isn't me, I'm going to be pretty upset.
I'd like to have you for the production side of it, because it would just make my videos so much better if I just,
If you didn't have to film, you could just enjoy the day and had someone just following you around.
Yeah, that's the dream. But in terms of on the coach, on the away days, it's not Bardell, it's got to be Dolan.
Really?
I'm a massive fan of him.
Wow, that interests me. I don't know why. I just thought you'd pick Dan as an obvious choice.
No, it's too obvious.
Like the niche option.
Yeah.
Because Chris is on our channel the least out of those three.
Exactly.
And he goes to the games probably the least. Well, I don't know, actually maybe Tom. But you know what I mean? Like Dan will, if you said to Dan, I'm going to pay for you to go to every away game, like I'd imagine you'd probably be there.
Yeah.
So I thought you'd say Dan as an obvious choice.
Sorry, Dan.
Wow, that's twice you've mugged him off in this video.
He's going to hate me after
He ain't going to be happy with this.
Right, this one comes from Matt, who truly has the better channel.
I mean, I'd love to sit here and say, oh yeah, we've got the better channel. I think, like you said earlier, a compliment to the two, that you can be subscribed to both and not feel like you're watching the same thing twice. Our stuff is very opinion-based. We speak to fans, we give our opinions, we do a lot of discussion, pre-games, after-games, podcasts, stuff like that. We don't show matches and goals. We used to back in the day before things changed, but we don't do that anymore. You don't really do that much opinion stuff, and if it is, it's just yourself at home. Like, it's you speaking to camera, a list of points rather than a chat between 2 people or 3 people or whatever. Production wise, my camera is like $2,000 and this isn't. So from a better point of view, our footage probably looks better.
Yeah.
Content wise, people are tuning into your stuff more than they are ours. So people obviously think that your stuff is good as well.
Yeah,
But it's different, isn't it? Because people can watch yours and see what it was like to be at the game, but still watch the podcast and not feel like they're watching the same thing twice.
Yeah.
There's no competition.
Speak for yourself, but we've said it complements each other, it works well together, so...
There could be worse channels out there than you to be like competing with, because you could be trying to do if you were doing fan cams, I'd be a bit like, well, we did this first.
Exactly, I'm not doing the same as what you do.
It's totally different. Like, we don't cover home games for matches. We definitely don't do aways. So the fact that you do that, there shouldn't be a who's a better, but people will be commenting on this video going, Villa's on tour is better. This guy's in denial, like, whatever, say what you want. What do you think? Do you think there's a better one? I know obviously
it depends what you're into, doesn't it? Like, I don't know, because if you're from, Australia, like, you want to know the opinions of the people that go every week, and that's why you tune into you. But then if you want to watch like what it's actually like to be there, you'd watch me, so just watch both. There you go.
Subscribe to both.
Subscribe.
But subscribe to us more. I don't know why I said that. Do you think that you'll overtake us for sub numbers? I think yes. By the way, don't feel like I'm scared to say.
Dan said it to me. I'm growing faster than you were at this point. But as I said, there's only a certain amount of Villa fans. Like, but then again, I do get some people that say like, "Oh, I know he's a Villa fan, but watch this," like from a Coventry fan or from whatever. So that's a good sign for me that people that don't even enjoy Villa or support Villa watch my videos.
If we started doing match coverage home and away, I feel like the people would be going, okay, I'll watch that, and that aren't even interested in the chat side of stuff we do now. But they're probably subscribed to you. And there's people that think, oh, you don't offer a podcast, so they're subscribed to us for that reason. So there's a bit of both, isn't there? Yeah. I think to say who's got the better channel,
it's subjective.
People will say what they want in the comments, but for me, watch both.
Yeah.
I saw that. Stephen Deacon says, can you see either of yourselves in the future handing over the keys to your respective channels to somebody else? Or will you shut them down once you're done? Hopefully not for a good while at least anyway.
We've had a little discussion off camera about this, but...
Part of me feels like I almost don't want to talk about it, but also I could talk about it for like half an hour.
Yeah. I feel like Villa on Tour is like my baby. I made it, it's me, but I don't think... I'm not planning on giving it up anytime soon, but... Could you say to me like, oh, here's the login details, you are Villa on Tour now? No. Because
weird, isn't it?
what I do, I think it's different to other vloggers. Like, we have a laugh with my mates.
People are watching it for you as well at
Yeah,
this point.
and we have a laugh, and you're not going to get that with someone else.
My ego part of it is like, I'm not saying our stuff is brilliant now, but if someone started making rubbish stuff and it was really shaky and the audio was bad, I'd be thinking, I don't want to see it stoop to that level. And I also think that people that wouldn't know that I'd handed it over and be like, what's Dan Rolinson up to these days? Like, he's rubbish now, isn't he? Like, so there's that part of me that thinks I wouldn't want to hand it over. And also just, I don't know, I feel like we've made it and it's us. Like I say, people are watching you for you now. People are tuning into our podcast to see what Dan and Tom have to say, not because it's an hour about Villa. Like if it's somebody else, if you just gave your camera to somebody else now and they just did the whole video, would people be as interested? Or are they just clicking because you've got Grealish screaming in the title? You're going to do an outro? Have you got a set outro? You say like subscribe and all that. I don't watch your videos, so I don't know. I'm joking.
He watches every single one.
Carry on.
Right, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. We're going to do a video on the Villa View, so keep an eye out for that. It's probably out as you're watching this video, so go and subscribe to them. If you have enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, keep an eye out for the Blues vid. Up the Villa.